Corey to inbound here for the Power. They're down 44 to 36. Yeah, 36 points. One entire quarter of play, or half, or rather, I should say. Very low scoring game so far. Seamus Ferguson off to Johnson. McCombs back to Johnson. He's going to take it in for two. It's no good. Phillips will collect the ball, and London quick on the breakout. Williamson. And it'll be collected here by Bennett. This crowd is massive here at Budweiser Gardens, but they've been so attentive at points you can hear the players yell, and we'll just even talk to each other on the court there. Coach Richardson came out and argued a call with the ref. You can hear every word. I'm not going to say it all on air, but he was angry. I wasn't going to say it in the same tone as he did either. Bolden up against McCombs here, and he gets blocked by McCombs, his second of the night. And while Bennett can't drain the three, Johnson will collect another rebound. He's quietly been collecting tons of balls as there it is. Garrett Williamson smacks the ball out of the air, and you can hear that in this arena too, folks. Make it 11:03 left in this third quarter. No points scored in the second half yet. Lewis off to Alex Johnson. Rolling ball to McCombs. Down low, it's good for two. The Power cut this deficit down to 6, 44 to 38. Bennett. Williamson. Now to Bolden at the top of the key. He cuts in, and it's no good. Bolden collects a second try off the rebound. So many chances. And he got it. He got it. It's okay. 10:27 left, 46-38. Johnson. Lewis. McCory sets for three. It's good. Nick McCory with a massive three from distance. Makes it 46-41. And that's going to be a foul against Williamson. He'll take a trip to the line here for two. Some breaking news to come down the National Basketball League of Canada wires here during this halftime. We had Antwi Atwaheen, a member of the London Lightning, of course, for about a full season, 2 half seasons. He left midway through this season. Really seemed like he wasn't getting played enough for what he thought he should have been. The Island Storm picked him up. They had to release Ashton Graham to make that happen. Interestingly enough, Adrian Moss, another former London Lightning player, will be sitting in the backcourt there for the Island Storm when Atwaheen gets there. So it'll be interesting if they won't try to play together. Of course, Atwaheen can play as a shooting guard, and he did take plenty of shots from beyond the arc when he was here, but they're both natural point guards. 47-43. Lewis reaching, it looks like, and now will be up against Ellis. So make it 9.5 left, 47-43. London still have the lead. Nine seconds on the shot clock. Bennett to Williamson. Bumps and one for Mr. Garrett Williamson. Huge play, 9:22 left. 49-43 with another shot here to come from Williamson. Garrett Williamson was named NBLC Player of the Week last week, as he's been an early MVP candidate from the London side anyways, averaging 20 points per game. That's an average no one last year was able to keep up. Of course, scoring was so spread out. There'd be about 8 or 9 players who had like 10 points per game at once. But it seems like Williamson has been taking a lot of punishment down low and lots of trips down low as well. It's really been working out for him. 20 points per game average he is holding, and now 13 points this game alone. Johnson tosses it off, a block by Williamson. Bennett will collect as Williamson to his left. And he passes it to Bolden eventually. He'll collect the loose ball. He goes in, and it's good for 2 from Maurice Bolden. 52-45. Missisauga still winning this quarter. 9-8. They're outscoring their opponents here. Corey will get fouled and take 2 free throw shots here. Nick Corey sitting at 9 points, 5 rebounds on the night. So he will take the shot here. The London Lightning have taken 60 shots this game. 22 of them have gone in for an average of 36% of the shots going in. Well, Missisauga have only taken 39. London taking 20 extra shots than what Missisauga has. Missisauga sitting at 46%. It's just a matter of London taking a lot more shots and draining a few of them. Just draining a few of them. Bolden with the rebound. Gives it to Ellis here. Phillips. Good. Good from Marvin Phillips. Make it 7. 50. Left in the third quarter. 54-46. Missisauga in danger of going 10 points down, getting into that double-digit range. They lost to Ottawa in their last game, 189, so that's an 11-point differential. If they're not going to break this 5-game skid here, they might as well have a close game. Corey up against Ellis. McCombs. Corey. Tipped by Ellis. Now Bennett will collect it. Maurice Bolden took lots of time hanging from the rim off of that alley-oop. 56-46, double digit, folks. London up by 10. 7 minutes left in the third. Lewis collects it, goes to the hoop. No! Unlucky from Morgan Lewis. Fantastic player, just wouldn't drain for him. Tony Bennett pushes off the defender. Ellis collects the rebound. It gets thrown up. Lewis battling with Marvin Phillips, and it's no good. Maurice Bolden nearly out of 3 there after scoring a mammoth dunk the play before. Sports Live 24.net. Wow, it's sports on Sports Live. It's something we're investing in. We think it works out pretty well. People like to watch this kind of stuff. Ellis off to Bennett. London Lightning have a 67-61 lead as Williamson is unable to drain off the board there. So the Power are down. Livonia West with it. Mr. Goggleman, as we've already covered extensively, thanks to our SportsLive24.net statisticians and researchers. Their main tool? Google. It's 100% Google. They only use Google. Bennett pushes his way in. Fantastic play off of Murray there. Bennett just came walking in. So make it 69-61. Very low scoring game here. Corey tosses up a 3-ball. It's no good. Seamus Ferguson with a huge rebound. And looks like there's going to be a jump ball. There'll be no basket there as well, obviously. Coming into the game, Morgan Lewis will replace Nick Corey, and then Corey has had quite the troubles getting his shots off today. And really just have a look at his stat line. 4 for 13. He has taken the most shots of anyone on the Missisauga Power. And he's tied with Livonia West, who's only taken 7 shots, half the amount. He's still drained 4. Dwight McCombs. All right, speaking about guys who can shoot really, really well, he's now gone 7 for 10 and 10 for 12 from the line here tonight. Amazing, 24 points for Dwight McCombs in this game. Withers drains 2 off the nice fish there from Bennett. 10.5 left, 71-63. Hopeful 3, and it's no good that time for Murray, but it will not be finished either by Ferguson or McCombs. So London in control coming into this fourth quarter. But will they be in control for long? I don't know. We'll have to find out. Bims, Withers, gets bumped, can't drain it though, so he'll take a trip to line here for 2. Oh, it's been a very defensive battle in this game, and a couple journalists are chiming in on the London side. Jonathan Brody mentioned shot selections have been awful all game, was the words that he used, and frankly, been 2 stingy defenses. But you're right, there have been a lot of shots. 81 shots for London. They've only sunk 30 of them, so that's just about 37%, which is the highest percentage they've had all game. It's been an interesting game. 72-63, as I'm sure you can tell. It's the fourth quarter. Very low-scoring game for both of these teams, typically anyway. And looks like McCombs was fouled there. Looks like it's going to go against Withers. So that'll be Withers' 3rd foul. Taking a look at fouls here so far this game. Mims at 3, Williamson at 3. Those are the 2 big ones to look out for. No one's higher than that on the London side. Meanwhile, if you take a look out on the power side, no one's higher than 2 fouls, so lots of move there, of course, except for Seamus Ferguson. He's at 4. He's out on the court now. Again, 9:40 left. We mentioned earlier the 2 other games happening in the National Basketball League of Canada today. Well, the first one wrapped up, so the St. John Millrats beat the Halifax Rainmen out east by a final score of by 121-107. So Halifax on the losing end of that one. They continue their slide. They're now down to 4-14. Meanwhile, the St. John Millrats continue to be the best team out east. They're now at a 10-8 record. They're tied with the Island Storm at that record. Meanwhile, taking it back to this division, the Brampton A's, the league-leading Brampton A's, 15-5. Of course, they played 3 extra games in the London Lightning half so far. 15 wins. While London just have 12-5 record. And that's Withers, who nearly had the alley-oop. He'll take a trip to the line here for 2. He was fouled on that play. 72-63, 9:14 left. Of course, the other game you might want to watch out for is Ottawa versus Brampton. The Brampton A's currently down in that one, 94-88. Of course, it is in Ottawa. And the Ottawa Skyhawks are at 10-11 record, which is sort of interesting because obviously they fired their coach there, Kevin Keithley, halfway through that season. They lost 4 straight coming into their game against Missisauga last night, that they were able to end that streak at the Hershey Center. A 100-89 win there. Again, Brampton. Then when you take a look at what this division is going to be doing in the next little bit, when it comes to teams like Ottawa, I mean, they're not going to be playing teams like the Island Storm, Moncton. They're not going to be heading out east until next month. So there's going to be lots of competitive games coming up for both London and also for teams like Ottawa. For London, they don't end up playing teams like the Island Storm until later on in the year. In fact, it's not till February, near the end of the year, that they end up playing those Eastern teams. So still lots of grinding it out against the same 4 teams for this London Lightning side as they prepare for the playoffs. So Curtis Withers will take another trip to the line. Seamus Ferguson comes out of the game, likely for good. Again, 4 fouls for him. And we're going to miss Mr. Seamus Ferguson, the best name in the league by far. 100, but it's not really a competition. Eric Petty Jr. comes into the game. He has yet to play, so this is the first appearance, number 5 there, as you see on your screen. He had a spot with the Santa Cruz Warriors not too long ago in the NBA D-League, and has actually played with St. John's Mill Rats a little bit this year, but it was just a bit part organization, or well, not organization. No, St. John's, great organization. He played a bit part in the team. Eric Petty Jr. did. He's now in the team. Not related to Richard Petty. He'd be in the wrong sport. Yeah, he'd be in hockey. No, he'd be in racing. For sure he'd be in racing. So that's going to be a foul against Bennett on Morgan Lewis. So make that now 3 fouls for the Lightning, 3 for the Power here. 8:26 left in this fourth quarter. 75-63. London keeping a pretty good distance on the Power. Lewis gives it off to Livonia West. That's contested. It's no good. And it'll be rolling on the floor there. That's going to be a jump ball. That was Petty getting it in with Ellis. So London will get the ball out of that. As the clock is reset, it says 8:10 left in the fourth quarter and this game. London Lightning looking to go up to a record of 13-5 as they chase the Brampton A's for the best record in the league. Meanwhile, Missisauga looking to try to stay above, try to fight off a under 500 disease, I guess you could say. Currently sitting at 7-14, obviously with the 40-game regular season. If you lose 20 games, then you're destined for 500 or less. They definitely need to kick it in gear come the end of this year. And that's Morgan Lewis for 3 on the Power side, so make it a 9-point game at 75 to 66. London in white, Mississauga in black. We're going to get a rematch of this game on New Year's Day at 2 p.m. when London will host Mississauga at this rink. So Garrett Williamson will take another trip to the line here. He's been having quite the game now. 13 points, 3 rebounds. But Marvin Phillips is leading the team with 14. Dwight McCombs, 24 points for Mississauga today. Quite the total from him. Well, Maurice Bolden comes into this game and is replaced by Curtis Withers. So Garrett Williamson will take his 2 shots. And the first one is good. Second is good as well. 94-91, Ottawa still up out the nation's capital with about 6 minutes to play. About half that fourth quarter. Of course, you can always jump over to that game here on SportsLive24.net. But why would you want to? I'm handsome. All these players in the court are very handsome. They're very nice people. 7 minutes left, 77-66. An 11-point game. And Livonia West tries to catch Tim Ellis off guard. There's nothing doing there as Maurice Bolden gets upended. And now here comes West. He gets manhandled by Bennett. He collects the ball in the fast break, and yeah. Crowd loved that one. The crowd loved that one. So make it 6.5 left in this fourth quarter. Murray tosses up a hopeful 2, and it's good to keep pace. 79-69 now. Williamson waits. tosses it around and loses possession. Ball falls into play. So Kwandu will come off. And here we go. So here comes Mr. Hirona Mutombo into this game. Number 20, he'll be sitting at the top of the arc when play resumes here. Number 20 on the game sheet and on the jersey as well. 87-68. Now it's getting out of hand. Okori. They finally are able to drain one, and finally Morgan Lewis tosses it back. That means the Lightning have scored 10 more points than the Power have this quarter, and Morgan Lewis steps out of bounds off of a really nice defensive play. Mency will also come into this game, and he will replace Tim Ellis. So lots of rotation players in the squad here. You've got Millen, Mutombo, and now Mency coming in. 3:43 left. Oh, Morgan Lewis with a fantastic steal and a flashy dunk. Wouldn't know anything else from Morgan though, wouldn't you? 3.5 left now. Millen up against Alex Johnson. Bumped. Keeps possession. Pushes his way in, tosses it up, and it's no good. It'll be Mutombo tossing it out to Bolden. Pushing it in now back to Mutombo, looking for his first 2 points for the London Lightning. It won't come there. Bolden will get fouled by Okori and will take a trip to the line for 2 because of it. Three minutes left. Definitely going to try to keep tabs on that game out in Ottawa as Greg Cermak comes in for Marvin Phillips. 109-104. Ottawa is up on Brampton there. Well, that St. John Halifax score is now final. 121-107. St. John win in Halifax. To complete the group of Sunday matinee games. Just this one and the Brampton-Ottawa game. No games tonight on the NBLC schedule, but you can watch all NBLC games live on sportslive24.net or at your own leisure, whenever you want. We really don't care when you watch them because they're all available on demand. Okori trains a fantastic shot after he's battling with Bolden a little bit there on the far side. Make it 89-74, 2.5 left. Mutombo. Yeah, he's a lot shorter than his uncle, but regardless, it looks like he's got the heart just like his uncle did. And of course, played in the NBA, Dikembe Mutombo. In fact, Tyrone actually lived with his uncle Dikembe before moving here, so that's going to be a foul. Looked like it was something in the top of the key. And it'll be a timeout by the Power. We'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. It is Brampton who are still up, or still down, my apologies, in that game in Ottawa. We're hearing there's some pretty sick dunks made there by Justin Tubbs. 360 dunk, apparently. You can watch that, of course, on demand, as I was mentioning, sportslive24.net. Right now, you're watching this game. This is the most important thing ever, Mency. See, I tried to talk fast, it didn't work. 2 minutes left. Mency unable to drain that layup. As Lewis gets upended, and he'll stay down as Mency didn't let him stand up, and Lewis will just give up possession here as he's disappointed. He's walking off by his own there. He's not bothering to backtrack at all. His coach will not be pleased with his performance here tonight. 93-76, the Power were in a good position to win this game. For a while there, it was back and forth, but they ended up losing this one by a considerable amount. So that's going to be a foul against Mency. both teams have maxed out. 1:16 left in this fourth quarter. Of course, the next game, London will be taking on this Missisauga Power team here at Budweiser Gardens on New Year's Day. The big New Year's Day game for London here at Budweiser Gardens. And that shot's no good from Lewis. As Lewis chants, come down the unfriendly confines of the Budweiser Gardens. The pass by McCombs is not going to make it, so now London with the fresh legs. They're going to run Missisauga here with a minute left, 95-76. London will now move up to a record of 13-5. Meanwhile, Missisauga will move down to a record of 7-15. Rough start for the Power, but London doing well in the Central Division. They'll be battling up against Brampton for the top of the division and top of the league. The long shot is good from Bolton. He has a chance to talk to Petty on his way back. 98-76 now. Can they get to 100 points? That's what the fans are concerned about. If they do, they get something free from Boston Pizza. Here we go. The crowd's going wild. Bolden, and that's going to be out off of Petty. So now 27 seconds left. Can London get to 100 points? Can they? This is serious. A free appetizer from Boston Pizza for everyone if London go up to 100. 2 points to go. Let's see if they can do it. Bolden cuts in. He's going to charge, and it's going to be a trip to the line. Nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking stuff as Bolden will take 2 shots. If he sinks both, free apps for all, except for everyone at home. We're sorry. We're working on something like that. We would just mail them out individually. Lots of stamps. Lots of stamps. Sure shot is no good from Bolden, and a collective from everyone in the crowd. You can tell they want some apps. 23 seconds left. 98-76. 99-76. The London Lightning will go up to a record of 13-5. The Missisauga Power go down 7-15. Johnson takes it around and just dilly-dallies. And that'll be it. And the crowd is now booing. They want apps. And they will not get it. 99-76 is the score. The London